Alright, welcome guys to SM64 Madness. Let me set up the scene here real quick by reading these three signs of wisdom near the beginning of the game. So, this game has no story, except that Mario wants to race Bowser. Yes, race, totally. If you want a good story, buy a book, but books suck, so watch a film. By the way, press R and down for a better sight. Yup. So yeah, it's an old rogue hack, it's a shitty rogue hack, we'll get through it real quick. Red coin missions are difficult, if there's any problem don't try to Kaze because this is like 12 years old. And of course the third classic of all the SM64 rogue hacks, if the music sucks, just press camera up and the music will shut up most of the time. It's not a bug, it's a feature. And don't worry, you correctly cannot hear music right now because there just isn't music in this overworld. But enough about that, let's get started from the beginning now that I've got this out of the way. One of Kaze's finest apparently. Yo, Zayna. Indeed, indeed. Alright, so welcome the second time to SM64 Madness. So this is made by Kaze Emmanuel, who is actually with me on commentary today. Let's hear some talking about him. So, the maker of Super Mario 64 Last Impact, Super Mario 64 Land, Return to Yoshi's Island 64, coming soon TM, maybe. And those are very good rogue hacks that you should probably play, which is why I'm not going to be playing these today. You go play those, I will be playing this shit today, which is Kaze's first ever rogue hack. To put it into perspective, this has 122 stars, Vanilla SM64 has 120, and this here was made in 2 weeks. I think it speaks for itself. Also, there's music options, and we can go to mono for listenable music, but that isn't the authentic experience, so I'm gonna stick to stereo, just telling you that this option exists, and you listen to this beautiful right here only music. Okay, I hope everyone understands what we're dealing with here, so with that out of the way, I think I will be ready to go.
Wait, I think me and Kaze are echoing for some reason. Don't know if it's an OBS problem.
Well, if you're streaming your computer audio and we are talking on computer audio, that would stream.
Yeah, would it work if I switch to application audio? I did that just now, so yeah, I guess that's a test for how much it's gonna echo like this. Sounds like you're in an echoey chamber. Yeah, fair enough.
That's interesting.
Okay. Jazz is still echoing, or?
Test.
Yeah, how's it going right now? Testing. Sounds good. Oh, you'll love to hear it. Thanks OBS for having application
awesome. Sorry for the delay. Yeah, you can count down whenever.
Alright.
Send you off on your way.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
I want to say the sign at the beginning saying that reading sucks in the brain, because I made this game like 2 years after I had a big reading phase. I read like 200 books in 1 year. I got an award for reading that many books at my local library.
Yo, the war already. I never knew about that, and it just makes it all the funnier. So first off, Metal Cap. If you are not a fan of collecting red coins, don't worry, this level is for you, because it will be over in a minute. Or, well, in the best case scenario, way less than a minute. So, Kaze, what can you tell us about the level creating process? Like, starting with this, it's a pretty strong opener, obviously.
Right, so I at the time wanted to make 1 level a day. I wanted to finish the whole thing in 2 weeks, and I noticed I have to do the side levels too. And then one day I think I got done with 1 level, and it's like, okay, well, I guess I can squeeze in another. And then I just made this shit. Like, we put down 6 platforms. That's a metal gap. Although I think the challenge of it is not too bad. I mean, 2 wall kicks between walls is kind of cool to do.
Yeah, I think it does rely pretty well on the innate, like, Mario 64 fun of just moving the man. And speaking of, I'm having a lot of fun failing these wall jumps and wall kicks right now. Yeah, you can make a challenge pretty easily in Mario 64 if you have the tooling, that is. Like, setting up the tools is, you know, the difficult part, but then you can just draw 3 rectangles in SketchUp or Blender, and then you can just have fun all day. Like, we have rogue hacks based upon people trying to do first frame wall kicks many times in a row, and that just means erect 2 walls from the ground and then make them like 10 kilometers high. What if content? Is it good content? I have no idea, but I mean, looking at this right now, it must be. Tempo isn't as good as I thought. Yep, that's a bit of a shame, but we are done with that now. I'll be going to Wing Cap next, and oh boy, this place has a lot of stuff going on. We are gonna observe a Koopa race, we are gonna observe this! Type in chat if you know the music.
Literally be the first level I made.
Ooh. I'd be kinda surprised to hear that, because there's a bunch of levels which are just like a couple of platforms suspended in midair as I just showcased with Metal Cap. Okay, I don't know why I did that, now my camera is screwed, but it's fine, it's fine. Jesus, this is already destroying me. Okay, the thing we were supposed to observe here is how Koopa may fall through the mountain. I didn't expect that I would be the one to fall through the mountain. That's add that to the that's never happened on a marathon or in a run before. Yeah.
I mean, that one, honestly, you could have worked. We know Mario 64 physics works that way. I mean, yes, we can blame the game, but
Yeah.
also we have to blame the world.
Okay. Hold on, let me correct a mistake from earlier, actually. I'm supposed to get the wing cap switch here, which is the bigger mistake other than just falling through the mountain. Kinda falling apart here. This is I gave myself a generous estimate, because when things go wrong in this game, they go really wrong. And I'm not saying it's always the game's fault, but we'll outline, you know, the differences between the runner sucking and the game doing a funny. We have plenty of time for that. I hope
You
this
can
is...
actually tell this is one of the first Mario levels I've made, because this one has a lot more effort in it than the other cat levels.
Oh, I guess that makes sense, because usually when you start a project, the first level you make, you probably have the effort put into it. Maybe not the skill, maybe not the experience, but the effort definitely. And then you burn out and never release it. So yeah, okay, now, predictions in the chat. Will Koopa fall through the mountain? He did! Let's go! That's a clear. So like, we took the I wanna be the guy clear saying whenever it's used ironically, and we put it specifically into this moment, so we made a 7TV mode out of this exact moment Koopa falling through the mountain, and we called it clear. I'm pretty sure that's not in FM chat, but yeah, you get the point. So yeah, I tried to like actually analyze how to make it less likely or impossible for the Koopa to fall through the mountain, but I think it's basically based on steep collision interferences and stuff like that.
Yeah, it seems basically impossible to control. It probably depends on the exact frame you touch the flag, maybe, and the angle you hop at them.
Yeah, if we dive deep into like SM64 task materials and stuff like that, we can assume that. But even then, I couldn't make it more consistent. The only thing I can do is shoving Mario close to the Koopa when it's coming from the bottom, so hopefully the collisions interact. But anyway, let's go to our first main course we will visit in the game, which is obviously course 11. That makes sense. And no points for guessing the theme of this level. Bird is the word. If you can see any of the actual platforms of this level, you will notice they are all the same bird model, copied like 17 times around.
Tight time budget for this level.
Yeah. Is the Koopa just RNG? Kind of. That's what we are trying to explain, but in more terms. That basically there's parameters to it, but I'm not sure we have control over them, at least in this row hack.
Yeah. This path is gonna depend on the angle you talk to them at and when you finish the flag. I'm not sure if there's anything else to it. So it's practically RNG if you don't know those, but if you know those, then maybe you can manipulate it.
Yeah, but to be honest, I'm gonna put it that way. This game doesn't deserve all the high effort for manipulating the Koopa to ensure that everything is going properly. Don't worry, there's many worse things in this run to you know, to waste more time on. Oh, when we get to Overworld 2, it's gonna be very fun if I make mistakes. Also, yeah, just to clarify something, this is what happens if you play with Lucky camera. I'm only going to do it for a split second because I need to play the game, but yeah, this is probably the worst camera in an SM64 ROM hack to date, including the old ones. Because default Lucky camera is fixed cam, and I don't know how you managed to achieve that.
I remember this was 2011. There was this like Miller tutorial series about how to make a Mario 64 level, and I think he recommended this camera.
Oh wow!
He used it in every level because I didn't want to be inconsistent.
Fair. And even then, some levels I think have like hard-coded overrides, basically. And I'm not even talking about Course 5, we will also get there. I'm talking about, you know, levels that just happen to start with default regular Lucky cam anyway. Yeah, here with the actual Course 1, Womp's New Fortress, and honestly, if Nintendo did a remake of Womp's Fortress and this was the remake, people would probably get fired. So yeah, mandatory star secretly hanging outside of the level with an appropriately titled name. Now let's try to actually do some stuff that are cool in movement. So this, well, one of these two next stars, I'm not actually sure which one it is, but one of these two next stars was featured in a single star tournament on one of the Super Mario 64 Fangame Marathon events. Yeah, I think it was this one. And this is about what you need to do to go fast, but of course with each jump being landing in more precise places and just doing it better. How old was Kaze when they made this? Very good question.
I was 16. I know, it doesn't look like I was 16, but I was.
Yeah,
I did this all in 2 weeks while learning roaming.
Uh-oh. I'm just gonna go for the other one. Yeah, kind of don't want to mess up that part there.
But I remember when this came out, there was a review that said that this game looks like it was made by a disabled third grader, and I looked at that review and I just laughed my ass off, like, yes, fair enough.
I'm glad you had the sense of humor to take it.
Oh yeah, when I made this I wasn't very sensitive about it at all. I didn't try for it to be good. I just wanted to make a thing.
Yeah, and to be honest, the fact that I'm running it today probably means this is inspiring enough that people should try to do stuff this way. There's too many people who try to start with a major ROM hack and make it look good and all kind of stuff like that, and they just don't finish making it. So that's the advice we always give. Either start with a small ROM hack or start with something quick and dirty, like this, so that you get your toes wet. And you know, if you want to continue ROM hacking as a whole.
You know, I kinda wanna try something like this again. You know, make a hack in 2 weeks and this time try for it to be good. Maybe it could actually be good.
Right. I think you had the idea previously, like, now and then, and the last time I remember you talking about it, it was 24 or 48 hour whole hack. And yeah, if only not for real life, basically.
Yeah, exactly. I need like a 2-week break from work.
Okay, so now that I did this amazing King Womp boss fight, the last star I have to get in this level, unfortunately, is called Don't Kill King Womp. So yeah, that's one of those times in Madness where we have a pretty innovative idea with just a very poor execution. Ideally not the run execution, ideally I managed to get this without many problems, but it might also be the run execution. Definitely the game execution, but to be honest, I might not have seen something like this again to date. Nice, I failed. So yeah, you need to make the worm fall close to the edge with a good angle and then use it as a platform to get the star much farther in the distance. And yeah, this is innovative, this was definitely at the time and probably even today.
There are some neat ideas in this.
Yep. And I would say the neat ideas are why I'm bothering to run this in any kind of capacity. Well, I wouldn't speedrun this if I could just showcase it without the pressure of speedrunning, but that's not how marathons work, so here we are. And also to put it into perspective, like the 122 star category, the 100% category, only one person has done one run ever, and it was donation incentive in the Wild West times of like 2016 or 17. It's like 5 hours long, it's not optimized at all, and nobody will probably want to beat it, even though it's probably beatable by 2 hours.
This game tried to be hard, so I imagine a 122 run is pretty tough.
Definitely. There's a huge gap, and basically I'm getting the easiest and fastest available stars. Sometimes not the easiest if they are fast enough, but you know how it is. Gotta go fast. Speaking of going fast, yeah, let's just break through the boundary of the level into this secret section and do a precise long jump to get this star, which is just outside the walls of the level. I'm noticing a pattern with the secret, like those stars called secrets of the level name, but I'm not quite sure what you were thinking when you were making it.
Oh, I was thinking of the special sections in Mars Sunshine. That's why they also named the way they are named in Mars Sunshine.
Oh, and that's why they are like kind of through a window through the level and outside of it, I suppose.
Yeah, because back then we couldn't make areas. Like, no one knew how to do it.
Oh, damn it,
Now I
I think the bullet fell through the level.
Oh, good thing there's a backup star right here.
Yeah, this star is just like hanging next to you, so like why didn't I get it first? Well, there's actually an invisible pushable metal box that you have to figure out. I need to push this to get through the star. Which is another kind of cool idea with the questionable execution, because it's not telegraphed to the player.
Well, I mean, it not being telegraphed, I actually think that's the fun part about this. It's kind of how Mario 64 works too. There's some things that like don't make sense, and you just try out stuff, and then suddenly you get it. It's like a nice mystery to it.
Yeah, actually, because otherwise this would be a way too easy star. Like, not even worth mentioning. Okay, I managed to unstuck the Koopa, the Koopa shell. It's a bully, like disguised as a Koopa shell, and the star is called Too Much Shells, and the idea is that you ride the shell and you fight the bully with that shell. But I tried to do it like once or twice, and it's a really stupid idea. It like turns the star Kaze, basically. Because you also have to avoid some pits to the hellish depths of the level, and if you fail, it's over. Alright, one more star to go in this level. And do I need to mention again invisible walls? Oh well, these walls are mostly visible. Some of them are one way that we're about to go through, but I mean, this is my opportune time to make a joke about you and invisible walls. Quite the infamy. Yeah, I don't know what the joke is, it's just... Yeah, this star is kind of cool because you go around, it's kind of a maze. Some of the walls like only exist from the one side, so you don't see the star from the outside. But it's actually pretty easy when you know where to go. Okay, I'm gonna save and quit again because I don't actually remember what the timings are, but it's gonna be about as bad save and quitting as it is to swim through the pool of those two levels to go to here. So this will be the first Bowser level. Again, please get the music, please, I'm begging for someone to recognize what the hell this is. You probably won't be able to. And it's not gonna help if I say this level is called Narnia. There was a theme intended, I guess. So yeah, we navigate through this. There's actually two giant floor triangles on that slope. One of them is just steep enough that Mario is going to start sliding if you don't take precaution. The other one is just steep, not steep enough to be basically walkable plane. And now we have many bullet bills chasing us. Yep, Bowser has 45 his defenses. Pretty obvious. I feel like you've heard this music before. You most definitely have. It's actually Sonic
It's a very
Adventure.
popular song.
Yeah, Sonic Adventure 2 Final Rush, because we're not gonna return to the level and...
I thought it was Crazy Gadget.
No, it's Final Rush actually. Have you looked at like the music imports of your hack recently in Object Importer? Oh, damn it, I missed the Bowser throw.
Does it say Final Rush on there?
Yes! It only says Final Rush actually, so yeah, you have to figure out the game yourself.
Huh. I wonder if it really is Final Rush, just based on the name. Because I can absolutely, like, imagine myself just putting a random name there for a random.
Damn. Well, I guess we'll return to that topic later. But... yeah, it should be if you listen to comparison.
Okay, maybe I tried to import Crazy Gadget and it just sounded so bad that I tried something else.
I mean, as opposed to this. Like, what's the standard here?
Well, okay, back then we had this music MML importer where basically you just have a big text file with like things that I didn't understand, and I just said random instruments and hoped it would sound reasonable, but sometimes it didn't.
Yeah, to be honest, the XML importer days and the general level object importer days, those are really rough times. So yeah.
Oh, no, this was before XML importer.
Oh, alright, so XML importer is with the level. Yeah, so basically there's object importer, level importer for the actual levels, then with the music it was XML format, then after some time clever people made it not suck, shoutouts to Soren and so on. But yeah, that history is pretty deep and not up to the quality of the run. So here's a Cooper race, in the Vanish Cap level. Yeah.
And the music was before the XML importer, which we had like a pretty awful tool, the MML importer, which made this even more difficult.
Yeah, and if I look at the music file names, it sounds like it was baked 3 times over while being imported, because some of them are like titled .mml.ml.m64.
Yeah.
Wow. So, yeah, that was the beach episode of SM64 Madness. Thanks for watching. I activated the Vanish Cap and I'm gonna get this star, ideally. Yep. With just pulse in midair. That's also an old classic. Because of hard-coded star positions, which you could probably already change back then, but... I don't know, maybe you had a reason for putting this like that.
Well, I had 2 Koopa races, so they had to be the same star position, I think.
Right. Yeah, I only know of like Big Bully and Big Boo having that problem, but oh well.
Yeah.
So welcome now.
Star position overrides are not all working.
Right. Damn it. Welcome to Glitchy Mountains, a very aptly titled level because basically if you don't move like I am moving, assume there's invisible walls in the way not allowing you to move that way. It's kind of like with Fangames and traps, except it's dubious whether the traps are intentional. This is also a home of a certain racist Wiggler. We will not deal with that in this run. Just saying. So yeah, I'm kind of backing up with the star, which is actually supposed to be harder than the star that I just failed, and it is like go to the bottom of the level and then do some low kicks. But it's actually 2 stars because there's one directly above the other. Hence badass again.
Yeah, that's lazy.
Oh really? No, I thought you were optimizing for speed. Gotta keep the positive narrative here.
Yeah, sure, the ROM is optimized for speed.
So yeah, I mean, this platform to the left, for example, there's like 1/20th of it which you could realistically jump on without getting invisible walled. And it leads to the Wiggler, so we don't want to take it anyway. So basically near the switch is the like the volcano, the mountain, like the middle of the level where you're supposed to jump down but you cannot jump, you have to bonk yourself on all the invisible walls, and then you get to the hellhole section where I just got the other star. Or you can just skip with the fly guy, which is very preferred. And then for the red coins it's mandatory to take the intended path, so that's why this level would suck if you play 100%. And also, Kaze, do you have any recollection what the music for this course is? For the... yes,
the level first.
Nah, it's the same level, it's 1 more star here.
Oh, I can't hear the music, unfortunately.
I guess it's very quiet and calm.
Yeah, it's too quiet.
Yeah, I think what it says in the music files for the game is like Amazing Horse, and looking that up, I don't see the connection, and I probably should not see the connection. And if you don't know about Amazing Horse, don't look it up.
Oh, did you? Yeah, okay, that could definitely be it. Look at my horse is amazing. That one?
It just sounds like a very calm piece of nothing here, and... okay, let's continue the music theme, I guess. I'm gonna try to get this star specifically now, and I'm also gonna say I was lucky enough to be on a concert with Hathaway as one of the performers on it last weekend, and I wonder why I'm saying that. Yeah, the song playing here is What Is Love by Hathaway. You might be able to tell now if you listen to it. But you won't get the time to listen to it because this is Cap Island, and yeah, we'll be getting a lot of caps here and there. Mainly the wing cap because it breaks the level. So yet another cool concept with questionable execution, because you're supposed to jump in those pipes and alternate between two sides of the level in order to solve the puzzles of how to pass through walls, or every once in a while you can just walk through them. Of course, it's gonna take me a hot minute right now, but when it works, yeah, that's what happens. And now I clip through the wall back into the level again. Well, damn it. I'm just gonna take the wing cap. Is this what is off? Yes.
Awesome, Mario 64.
I have assumed so far that like you've made the walls slanted on the level border so that people don't use them to wall jump and get like the first star I got in an easier way by cheating. But ironically that makes the level even more.
Yeah, I think so.
Is that the theme for this
I
level?
wanted the walls to be slanted. I think I just wanted the walls to be slanted.
Well, it has some implications. So, yeah, if you talk to that heart, which, by the way, yeah, that's an NPC in disguise. Like a talking NPC, it will start with What Is Love, so it should confirm that this is the theme in the level. And this is a star. Combine the three caps. Notice that I didn't use a single one. Thanks, Kaze. So now I'm gonna alternate it a bit, because there's the warp pipes in the level, but there's also two entrances to this level from the overworld. And over here it's the same thing. Like, you can walk through the wall.
A beautiful level.
Oh yeah, you're a beautiful level. You know what? Actually, there's a vanish cap here, so I'm just gonna stop embarrassing myself and take that. And now remember the star from the other side? Yeah, if I don't get stuck on the wall, I'll get another star in the next area. Or an area, well... Generous calling this an area, it's a room or a set of walls even. Yeah, there we go. Okay, one more to go and I promise it's the most interesting one. Or I can just do that. Nice. Yeah, if you don't get a seizure from, you know, the usual sources, you will probably get it from all the places where Mario is clipping and, you know, swizzling between a double-sided wall with weird collision.
Yeah, that was the only way you could really make a wall non-solid back then. To just put the two walls in one place. And it's annoying.
Oh, damn it. But I mean, the one-sided wall in Course 4 seems to work. You know, it still needs to be one-sided, but the other side is, you know, completely not there.
Yeah.
Okay, so here I'm actually doing, let's say it, a safe strat. Also, Jenna was talking about starting with this run so far, but yeah, basically we can fly to this island over here immediately instead of stopping in the middle like I did. But the momentum is barely enough for it with a regular flight. So I might fall, and since I've not died yet in this overworld, you don't know how bad that is, but with the next courses I'm going to play, there's a pretty high chance that I will, so I'll keep a surprise for them. Next up, out of Cap Island, pretty good level, sad I have to leave it, but it's time for Goomba Town.
King Bling Bling.
King Bling Bling, yeah, we're not gonna get that star because that's probably the hardest star in the game. So I'm just gonna get this random warp straight to a star instead. You know, that's the range of difficulties in this game.
Damn, so we're not seeing King Bling Bling this run?
Unless I play well enough that we have extra time at the end, which right now doesn't seem to be the case. But it's gonna depend on the final level anyway. Because it can be first try or take 7 minutes. That's how it goes. Okay, so now I'm gonna try an actual trick. That might seem good if I get it, and I got it. So you can clip to the secret star of this level like this. This is a single star strat, and I'm not saying that because it's very precise, I'm saying that because it's just risky to go for in a full game run. You can clip through that wall very easily because again it's just a very steep slope and not an actual wall in many different ways, so I've Like, I practiced even a little bit before the run to make sure that I have a better chance at getting this rig. I'm happy I got it. And now back to the regularly scheduled. There are stars in random places and we just get them and life is easy. For example, the one impaled in this house. There's a star there. Don't question it. We are committing robbery on Goombas. And the last one is the other star in the other house at the end of the level. Well, the bottom part, which doesn't have to deal with King Bling Bling. So basically King Bling Bling is a Bob-omb boss fight on the tiniest arena possible while still being able to land hits on the Bob-omb with homing amps. If you know a little bit about the vanilla Mario 64, you know how bad that is.
From makes it love to do that.
Yeah,
Biggest bundle to say.
I mean, yeah, that's the one of the classic ways to make a vanilla boss fight difficult. The other one was enemy spam, obviously. Now, welcome to Ghost Valley, where we will go long jump into a star. I hope that sounds familiar. Yeah, there's a lot of content right there.
I feel like this one might be my favorite level in the game. Ghost Valley.
I always knew you were... like, you were not a statistically average person. But this... well... Because I mean, if you listen to the music... you're not figuring it out, I'm pretty sure. And actually, tight triple jump that I think I didn't fail it, but okay. I'm resetting, because if you die in an Overworld 2 course, which is still where we are right now, it's actually faster to reset the game, because the death warp for Overworld 2 courses is so bad that it's actually above the start right here in Overworld 1, and you fall for like 5 extra seconds before you do the death animation, before you can move from the start of the game again. So yeah, every time I die here, I will be resetting the game, and it's faster.
And the tools only allowed you to put like 15 warps per level, which obviously was not enough to make Overworlds work, so I had to compromise like that.
Yeah, and then most song hacks would like have one victory warp and one death warp in the center of an overworld, but Kaze decided to make proper working... No, it's not proper working, that's basically how it goes in old ROM hacks. So proper-ish working victory warp, and then one death warp for the first two overworlds.
I think it's because I had that extra warp for the cap level.
Ooh. Well, wow. So now parkour stars out of the way, let's jump into the dumpster. And at this point I should probably try to kill the eyeball without the vanish cap. Because that's how it's going. Yeah, eyeball fight, optionally with the vanish cap, and there's a bunch of friends too. Or enemies, depending on how pacifistic you feel. And the piano. So now, I did the easiest stars of the level in a row, now it's time to reveal how bad the camera of this level is. Well, if I do the tricks properly, people will actually not feel it, but I will know, the camera in this level is completely fucked. Because it's course 5, and that means vanilla big boost count, which has a lot of hard-coded stuff, also not editable. Okay, that's my fault.
It's me, Mario.
Yep, it's a long fall.
Okie dokie.
Also, yeah, this roll hack is one of the not many roll hacks, not very few, but not many that seem to use the Dodo Mountain rolling walks.
Yeah, that's a very usable custom object, as far as objects on R64 go. Most of them are just kind of unusable garbage, but these ones are pretty nice.
Yeah, because Nintendo tried to optimize many levels by turning level paths into objects. Which...
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't
Which is
thinking about
another
their own hackers.
optimization, by the way. That actually just makes the game slower most of the time.
Oh wow. Okay, so this place, yeah, you got to see the terrible camera. Because I did manage to get the ledge grab, but oh damn it. Yep. That's the hard-coded positions of Big Boost Count. I'm leaving it for a bit. So yeah, if you don't move the way I'm moving, and sometimes even with the way I'm moving, you can see the camera will absolutely screw you and be, what's the opposite of top-down? Bottom-up?
I guess?
Yeah, that's that
Top
count.
is down, then bottom is up. Wait.
Why does Mario spaz out when exiting? That's actually Vanilla behavior. That's one thing we cannot blame Matters for. That's actually what happens in the background of the paintings when Mario is about to exit from them after, you know, beating a level. And they hit that behind the paintings. Okay, so I cannot move the camera here. I need to wait for it to turn according to the Mario camera rules. What the... Well, you know the drill.
It's me, Mario.
It's SM64 madness. I hope people have understood the memo by now. See?
That was not Marathon saying.
Yeah, definitely not. Again, my estimate is lenient, but I'm right now destroying it. I don't even have splits up, so that's gonna be a problem later. Vanilla BBH? Yes, exactly. Hard-coded Vanilla BBH positions, which were not really editable at all back then, I think? Or patchable?
Yeah, no one patched them out at that time, so we just had to live with them.
Alright, we're out of Ghost Valley. Thank fucking god, I hate this level. Kaze, could you explain what you like in this level? Because I don't see it.
Compared to the other levels in this game, it has a little bit of atmosphere, and like most of the jumps are like normal jumps, you know? It's like a normal level almost.
Yeah, it would be if it wasn't for the camera.
Yeah.
And now we finally are in overall 3 out of 4, which is also pretty innovative, I have to say, because usually, you know, we have 3 overworlds in Super Mario 64 roll hacks, but this goes beyond the Call of Duty in that regard. And also this star also doesn't save because it's an overworld star, which means me falling here is a very bad idea. I guess let's go. This is skill challenge. Do I feel skillful today? Absolutely not. But I have to deal with it. Again, guess the music if you can. Yeah, luckily they made like a better port of it, or only a Sergius Mimio. Shoutouts to Pi, I think. And no force in the world can make me not ledge grab these boxes because I will fucking fall off. Okay, this went well. This actually went well. So yeah, it's like 5 jumps, but they are pretty difficult because as you could see there, I have triple jump wall kicks where I have to pull back on the walls. There's pretty precise platform landings. I'm getting this star game because it's in the way. And yeah. So you probably didn't get to hear enough of the music of the skill challenge thanks to me actually not failing it for once. It's Pirates of the Caribbean. You know, the classic theme. It's so botched up that we are probably not getting DMCA, so that's good, I guess. Okay, and this door is for the bomb to open the cannon. It's a warp pipe which actually contains a cannon inside, and that's how we go to the second Bowser level. Now, this door is pretty quirky. I approached it very specifically from the left and, you know, got the star a second time because of it. That's because if you approach it from the front, you actually get down warped into the water and you have to come here. And I don't think the door opening will save? Question mark?
No, it should save.
Oh, that's nice at least. But yeah, if you approach the door from the left, it's fine. And now, my triple jumps are bad today. So you need to do a set of pretty precarious jumps, and this might even be intended, I'm not sure. Oh no, wait, there's caps in here. I'm just gonna skip them and do this. You need to really know how slopes work in Mario 64 in order to get this any consistently. Glad it's on. Wrong place. I want course 8 first.
I do kind of like the way you progress in this game, though, right? Usually it's always just like, oh, get this many stars, but here it's like you need to unlock the Vanish Cap, and then you need to unlock the Bob-omb, and it's like that.
Yeah, it's unorthodox, but it also means you get all the caps pretty early in the game, and yeah, 38 stars. Like, it feels weird because I have only half the stars required to finish the game, and I'm already in Overworld 3 out of 4, but that's also where most of the levels in the game are. Holy shit, I got this first try. Apparently this is my day for getting hard shit first try. So this is called Perfect Wall Jumps, and it's about right. For the longest time I thought it's actually the first instance of a mandatory first frame wall kick. But it's not, you just need a really good angle.
I'm pretty sure the first frame wall kick was intended here.
Yeah, probably, but you can actually do it with third frames, fourth frames, if you face the right way. And thank god that's the case, because I'm not getting mandatory firsties during a speedrun. Okay.
Well, if you're ever gonna run RTYI, then mandatory firsties are actually not that bad, because you have a 2-frame window.
Oh yeah, that's the one of the many quality of life things that will be fucked in Return to Yoshi's Island 64, so yeah, a game for everyone, unlike this. I'm kind of excited. I probably won't try to speedrun it because it will be popular and console compatible, there will be a lot of runners taking care of making good runs of it. I might try for the casual with a timer phone, but that's about it. And if I like the game enough to replay it.
Yeah, I think in the first week or so, I'm just gonna be the world record holder.
Oh, you're gonna release it with a speedrun? That's kinda Chad.
I'm gonna just do a pre-release speedrun, so we don't have a shitty leaderboard.
Oh wow, awesome. So yeah, this star is probably one of my favorites in the game and one of the reasons I fell in love with the entire game and its concepts. It's called Agent Mario. The bottom floor is lasers, the top floor is just how do you deal with a lava floor. And I wish it was longer and like bigger because that's a hella small room. Like, I kind of want to see more lasers like that in Orcax, but I think the time has passed and now with the comp you actually have to do quality like objects that don't have dome collision to avoid like the ones here. And it kind of loses some of the charm actually, for me.
I guess the charm is the creative stuff you can pull out with these simple rules, you know, the limitations that are being worked around.
Exactly. I guess that's why people are still, like, trying to stick really hard, or at least the wing of the community that I'm from, are trying to stick really hard to base level geometry and no custom moving objects. Because they hate custom objects. And yeah, it turns out still fine to date. There are still underutilized like gameplay ideas with just static level geometry and, you know, clever movement options. So kudos to the rogue hackers figuring it out, as well as Nintendo for making Mario move very well with a lot of variety. Oh, Kaze a bit closer to the mic.
Oh, what's wrong?
Yeah, apparently you're a little
okay.
bit quiet.
I can pay more attention to that.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Okay, next up, course 15, 5 islands. That's a level. So the main method of transportation is this flying Goomba, which is actually a fly guy. If you don't catch this Goomba, the only way to get the other islands from this starting platform, I'm pretty sure, is do star 1 with the wall jumping entirely and then jump off of there to other places.
Completely forgot about this level. That level is so huge, isn't it?
Yeah, by this game's standards and old levels kind of needing to adhere to the new level limits, yeah. Okay, so now Wing Cap, Vanish Cap, Secret Boo Room, which requires a Vanish Cap for you to get into, and that's a star. And a red coin, the gold design.
Wow, that's a sin putting the red in there.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
At least this rock hack did better than other rock hacks in one respect, and it's no underwater mazes. Imagine if you did.
That's always awful.
So yeah, with the starting triple jump, I'm trying my best to lure the fly guy into following me. Sometimes it works, sometimes not as well. Pan Quake definitely has a video about it, about you know, how fly guys work. I don't remember enough details from that video, honestly. And given this star, or this entire course, I should. So I know how to work with science instead of just magic. So flying under the level, it's a classic. So what's the story of the 5-5-1s, if there's any? Like, sure there are 5 of them, but why?
I probably just thought that this was a neat arrangement, and then I had to come up with a level name. It's like, oh wait, I need 5 colors. That's the name now.
Awesome! Yeah,
A lot of thought went into this.
yeah, absolutely. The average rogue hack naming process, it's either something like this, or if you look at Kaze rogue hacks, well, the level names are something like Refined Grimm's Paradox. That's the one I'm remembering. I'm not inventing the name on the spot and shitting on the rogue hacks, so yeah, real level name.
How does it go? You just have like dark, edgy words and then the name of your favorite Toho character?
For example, yeah, if you have a favorite Toho character. If not, then either a second edgy word, or you beat up the thesaurus for a complicated name for a color. And here is a star. There's also a star in the distance. They're basically the same star. That's a prototype concept of throw stars. You cannot get the one in the distance because it's actually beyond the bounds of the level. It's out of bounds. And this also happened in the bird level. There's such a throw there as well. And I suppose you found that pretty funny at the time. Because, you know, in the bird level, there's 2 stars called 1 horrible carpet trip and 2 horrible carpet trips. And the throw star in question is beyond beyond the second star. So like you ride 2 carpets for like a minute straight, avoiding fire spitters which you do not see in advance because the carpet moves upwards. And then finally you get to the end of the level and you try to get the star, but psych, you needed to get the star next to it because this one is off limits.
That is beautifully awful.
And that just about describes the game. Speaking of beautifully awful, well, it's not a seizure warning, but like this color probably can damage the eyes of some people. I don't know.
Well, I guess that's because the font render mode is not set correctly or something. I actually don't know why the platform is doing that.
Also, you didn't just change the texture yourself and like screw it for the sake of having a custom merry-go-round.
I don't think I did.
Damn. So yeah, with this level, you probably didn't get the time to see the level name, and without it, good luck guessing what the level is, but yeah, this is supposed to be a Kakariko village recreation. And now we're in the Windmill Hut.
It's just supposed to be this one.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, with this merry-go-round at the bottom which kills people's eyes.
Oh, staring Kakariko.
Yeah,
But
the
you
classic.
think the guy went mad.
The guy went mad. I thought it's because this rogue hack is called Madness. But yeah, actually, recalling my war correctly, it's Mario who's mad for some reason. Also Goombas. You should be aware of Goombas because they're mad. That's text box.
They are mad.
And now we go...
Now we're entering Breath of the Wild.
Yep, exactly. As this poetically called star name tells us. Deep. But yeah, good point about the star progress, because I've been getting a lot of stars from just the last 3 levels and we're already at 49. That's pretty cool. Okay, now the secret of Kakariko, you know what it means? Go outside the level and meet the like metal plate texture. I don't know, this texture always reminds me of like Cars IRL, like auto repair shops. Not quite sure what exactly, but it's in that area of stuff. It doesn't really speak Mario 64 to me, even in vanilla.
I can kind of see it, yeah.
That's probably like accurate about the place they got it from. So yeah, I'm trying to skip 2 jumps at the like back part of the area here, but you know, I'm doing it in a way which makes it so that I spend 3 times the time instead. But like shitting on the thin platforms with the metal texture aside, I like those secret areas because they're quite dedicated to parkour, and you can see that in the platforming easily. So yeah, I suppose with this level model, at least you could, like, at least you can take sole credit for the level itself. Like, you made this completely, you didn't just use the ripped areas from Ocarina of Time.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, because that's the sane approach, like, it's a remake of an already existing level, you might as well just take the model of the level, but here now we're not doing that. I'm actually misremembering whether I got all the stars that I'm intended to get. No, I didn't! Oh, we didn't go to the graveyard. Yeah, come on now. A lot of content for 2 weeks, exactly. He was a powerhouse back then. Well, and nowadays as well, it's just like with quality standards.
Yeah, my current project is like 4 to 5 years now, because I really want it to be good.
And it is, goddamn, I can confirm. I'm even like not an instant hater of the camera like some part of the community. I did turn off the camera auto, like, what was it, auto rotate. But I think other than that,
I
it's
really
gonna
don't
work well.
see what's there to hate if you turn off auto rotate. It's basically the same as the parallel cam that everyone seems to love.
Yeah, it should be. I guess it's the deeper issue of that one side directional you have full control, while meanwhile the camera in the modern non-hacks can move slightly a little bit and screw up speedrunning memory. I'm just kind of pulling stuff out of my ass which are probably close to the truth, but not exactly the issue, but...
Wait, sorry, I'm not sure I understood. What can it do?
Nothing really.
Eh? I don't get it.
Cause deep down, like it's gonna be like with Last Impact. I actually hate that we added parallel cam to Last Impact 1.2 because it's not like I grab cam. It's not exactly the same.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, fewer features and then it interferes with the other buttons in the... What the hell am I doing? I guess I'm doing this now. Like deep out left to switch between cameras. Usually in grab cam you do deep out left for very slight angle adjustments, which you cannot do with the Last Impact version of the camera and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So basically it's irrational hatred that we then maybe try to justify.
Yeah, I get that if something is slightly different, but mostly the same, that would like throw you off and annoy you.
So yeah. That's not the issue with this course, it's just there's a whole lot of platforming and the platforms are meticulously calculated, if I remember the story correctly, so that you need to do like exactly these jumps or at least really tight jumps.
No, the platforms are just random generated, basically.
Oh, I thought you actually used the calculator and thoughts to measure the unit distances.
I used the calculator to random generate them.
Oh, that's awesome. And yes, that level indeed correctly has no music, it's not a bug, it's just... Maybe you ran out of music? I don't know. Oh, why did I go into Kakariko? I guess I'll read to a star. I mean, all the levels in the overworld look the same. So I need to actually count instead of yap when I'm in the overworld. Alright. First ever 73-star run world record. But yeah, back to this thing. The star I got just now, not counting the repeat. How about I do it again, and this time it's not gonna be star 3 in the level, it's gonna be star 1. Yeah, sure.
Wait, what?
Mid-high is star 3, and through the course which I'm about to get is star 1. And of course through the course is a repeat with more content. So yeah, this level is purely parkour, kind of like those challenges we saw earlier, like the skill challenge. But it's a whole course taking itself seriously, so it's actually not as fun anymore. It might be fun if you're doing it a whole lot and like trying to learn it for a speedrun, but other than that, it's a pretty empty level. Now I think that was all of the boring stars. Now we can see some pretty neat ideas again. For example, I guess let's go for this next. This is one of the few roll hacks to actually utilize Dory down there in the distance. You just need to get to the dinosaur and then walk it. Or not. The fastest way to get this star is actually to completely ignore Dory. Which is kinda sad, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Well,
Dory was too cool not to put her into the ROM hack. I had to put her in.
true. And it would almost be a star that actually utilizes her, but you can just long jump down. I'm not actually sure if Dory controls any differently when it's mid-air like that, as opposed to in water. Because it's always felt weird to control Dory when I actually try to go down there and do the star intended.
Dory is kind of coded around the geometry of things basically. So she always pretends there's like an island in the middle.
Oh. Yeah, that would make sense. Like everything in Mario 64. More or less. Okay, so here's another neat idea here. You just get to this place and then rolling under the platform, as it says. You do a dive without a rollout, and that's about the only way you can get the star. Okay, I think... yeah, I have enough stars, I have all the stars. Which means now we are gonna go visit...
Luigi's Mansion.
sorry, what?
Is it time for Luigi's Mansion? Oh no, it's Icy Fortress.
It's Icy Fortress, we are here for exactly 1 star, because every other star in this level is like 10 minutes long. So number 1, invisible wall, so jump with the shell so it doesn't break immediately if you hit the invisible wall. Number 2, do not touch the... like, do not get off the ground on the left of this that I'm going, because the dead barrier is too close and the moment you peek out of it, you will die immediately. Like, you don't even get to fall down, you just die for existing outside of the level floor. So that's the only star in Icy Fortress worth getting. It's a pretty great level, as you could see, so that's why we will not see it anymore. And now it's time for the Ghost Mansion. How are the UVs so messed up? That's a good
This was
one.
before UV mapping existed in ROMX. Back then, the tools we had could not export UV mapping. So you just get random UVs and you better hope they're good. You just pray.
Yeah. Shoutouts to SketchUp, by the way.
Yeah, SketchUp just couldn't export it.
And that's why, like, 7 years too late, people decided to actually start using Blender, even if they model in SketchUp, because Blender, you can actually manipulate the UVs and do stuff that look natural, or at least not like this.
Oh. We actually got like a plugin for SketchUp that could export UVs in like 2012, but when I started, I couldn't export UVs.
Oh, okay, so, yeah, so we have the secret wall, which ideally lets you through when you just walk through it, and it's intended for the secret star, I think. It's not intended for the other one on the bottom of the level, but I use it anyway, because it makes the experience better. Okay, now I think I'll actually go for the hard star, which is the one in the bottom with the trees. And that's one of those moments where I stop and ask myself, what the hell were you cooking? Yet again, it's innovative in a way, but is it good? Because with the Vanish Cap you go down here and then you start traversing this section. The floor is fake, so you just fall to your death if you like drop off of the trees. Of course, it doesn't matter if the 4 actually existed, because if it did, it would probably be quicksand and same different. Luckily, no deaths.
The ghost mansion. Just
The
go
ghost.
out his face.
Yeah. I mean,
That's a way with words.
absolutely. And this is not the most egregious example of it. Okay, now we'll go to the top instead to vary it a bit, because if it's a mansion, it's supposed to be big and have many floors, doesn't it? So let's check it out. And by out I mean secret area. Well, kind of. It uses the metal texture, so I'm trying to save it up as a stylistic choice. So there's this star, and there's also that star on the roof. And if you think, are you just going to do the exact same gameplay to do the star on the roof? You betcha. There's probably a different intended way for the roof. I don't play enough of the rest of the level to ever remember it properly. And also probably the only place in the game where walkie camera is actually useful, because it's the vanilla setting where it slowly turns around like in Bomb, Battlefield, Worms Fortress. And that means it's quite usable for these wall kicks, where Mario Cam sucks because it tries to go below Mario. So that's nice. Okay, now with 62 stars out of 72, it's time to try and get to the final area. But before that, a really shitty Bowser level, which I mainly hated because it's actually quite dangerous to do the jumps in it. Welcome to Bowser's Gravity FAQ. If you have any questions about gravity or physics, please let us know in the chat, and we'll try to answer them, but it's not legal advice, so we are not obligated to answer correctly. The gimmick of this level is you go through the pipes and then you get to a copy of the level that's turned upside down. So I guess that's kind of how gravity is done.
Yes, that's how the gravity flips.
And the other gimmick of this level is TikTok clock objects, reused freshly from vanilla where they do not belong. So this is a pretty tricky set of 2 jumps that first you have to figure out and then do the right timing for them. It's actually not tight or anything, but the collisions are deceptive, the pendulum doesn't carry you, and it's just not pleasant to do at all. So you better hope you get it correctly and not get stuck on this level. How can Mario
The
toss power?
pendulum not having inertia is pretty hard, but that's just vanilla Mario 64.
Oh well. First time Bowser, so what am I doing today? But yeah, Kaze, can you handle that question? How can Mario throw the giant Bowser turtle?
Look at Mario toss Bowser, who is so big, he is simply very strong.
Yep. That covers it. Is fog an individual
Yes,
effect?
fog.
Yeah.
Fog is a thing that's applied per triangle, and triangles have to be pre-made with fog on it. So, like, everything that has fog will still have fog on the ROM egg unless you hack the object too.
Yeah, to be honest, in TikTok Clock, maybe I'm blind, but I didn't like actively process the fact that there's fog in the entire level. I guess it's just well made, that's what I'm trying to say from my perspective, as a Wii player.
TikTok Clock has really strong fog because they set the drawing distance of every actor to be around as much as Mario's long jump distance.
Oh,
The
right.
level is so laggy because they forgot to add vertical culling to anything. So whenever you look at anything in TikTok Clock, basically the whole thing renders, because it renders the stuff above you.
Oh,
It is very silly.
fair enough. Well, hopefully that worked out for them for the performance. But it probably didn't. So, this red coin star, if I remember correctly, I'm not actually getting all the red coins, but I need some of them. Because we are actually getting the 100 coin star in this level thanks to this blue coin switch. Which is also the reason why I'm calling this level Broken Star Revenge 6.5. which uses this concept for all of the 100 coin stars. Just blue coin switches that basically give it to you. And I suppose in this level...
So typical doing it.
Yep. But in this level it was probably done because we are very close to crashing the game unless you approach the level in exactly the way that I do right now. Like, if you come in this area, which is full of fire, the game would freeze from object overload. So yeah, also the 100 coin star text box informs us that Frodo gains more power from Gandalf, but this has nothing to do with this game. Lore.
This game just has a way with words like that.
Yeah, and I'm all here for it. Okay, now in every single other star, actually except one of them, I'll be climbing the mountain. Which of course is made like a layer cake. Obviously. Let's get this star, which requires a lava bounce. Pro tip, touch the tip of the platform. Do not lava bounce off the sides, because then you kind of lose control while in Mario Camp. That's not a fun time. And now for this next star, pretty funny story. The first time I saw this game was in a 72 star speedrun all the way in the predecessor to the Mario Rollhacks Marathon, which was called Rollhacks Done Quick. Away with words, of course. A spaceman was running this, and I kind of liked the rollhack after seeing it there. When doing this star, he came to the cannon I'm about to approach up next, and then he paused the paused the emulator to change the input settings, to change the dead zone of the controller in order to precisely align the following cannon shot. Now I'm not going to do that because I kind of have a cue for this. But back then that was, you know, like if a rollhack makes you do that, holy shit. Yeah. So two very tight wall bounces because the level doesn't... I lost my cap.
Oh my god.
This is not the first time this has happened to me, but happening right now in this place is kind of rare. There are Kletos in the level, but they are usually either stuck or on top of the level, and that one was just out for blood, like holy shit. So I will not be retrieving my hat until the end of the run, so here's to hoping I don't take damage. But if I remember correctly, I just got dealt with the last star that actually needs, like where you actually need the HP. So this was very timely. If the bird did it like 2 seconds earlier, I would have been in big trouble. No cap for you, for you. Okay, you hang in there, buddy. And I will approach the 17 flamethrowers over here. Finally getting to the top of the level. Where we can see the brother of that other Kletko struggling in purgatory.
He's just being tortured up there.
Yup. So I'm glad you made that, because these guys are so bad that getting tortured is morally right. Doing what? Okay, so here's a water box. Now we will go sideways from the water box, and I will really quickly showcase. If you approach the water box sideways, you get up warp to the top of it. Another SM64 mechanic that really needed to exist. And yep, joke's on me. Because you need to go more to the right there, otherwise the water box, which also extends down infinitely, that's also default behavior, will just consume you back in itself. So yeah, pretty close to the end of the game. Ish. I'm gonna dare to ask, what's my pace? What's the time at right now?
106.
106, that's kind of par for the course. I think I needed to get to the other course now. Yeah, I definitely do. But before that, I guess I can get the overworld secrets, because that's also a thing. We didn't get to see secrets a whole lot in this game, but when they do exist, they look like triangle particles. if you're generous, you could call those Triforce, symbols, lookalikes. And if you know a little bit more about Mario 64, you would probably recognize those as like explosion particles when something in vanilla needs to explode.
But that's actually not what they are.
Oh.
They are actually
Damn it.
just triangles I imported.
You imported it? Holy shit, okay, that's actually nice. Then I don't remember correctly. Yeah, they do look similar to the particles when stuff like the pyramid top explodes though. So I guess you did a good job with this thing at least.
Yeah, I guess they look similar.
Because yeah, I guess we have the time for this to be said. Like, I like this game so much that once I tried to make a remake of it following a similar principle that I spent like a week per course or so instead of a week for the whole game. But then of course I abandoned that and never finished it, so it's like frozen forever right now, as every good ROM hack project does. And then I also tried to do a quality of life update, which, I mean, it still exists, yes, but it's also in the backlog. So unfortunately, no surprise releases of like a quality of life patch for this, where the camera is okay, like parallel wacky to camera, where you don't need to get all the red coins, which will make the game massively easier. Like, it's there, but then suddenly I want to add just another thing, and it never ends.
Oh, donuts. That's a punch.
Have you seen your course 1 red coin design?
Probably, but I forgot about it. But still, it's like...
Yeah, one of the red coins requires a backflip wall kick in course 1. This is not the kind of wall hack, supposedly. Yeah, I'm not gonna undo the red coins patch. Okay, this went quickly, so that's nice. Yep, I'm getting all the remotely involved tricks in this run in reasonable time. So yeah, that's basically an arch wall kick, which I do to skip. I don't even know what intended is for that roof star, but if you do wall kicks properly, it's a pretty quick one like that. And one more star to get to the end of the game. It's been a long journey. Let's make this good. No, there's still the final level, but I'm kind of walking it from memory right now because it's scary.
This game did try to be difficult.
Yeah, and in a way, it did succeed. Okay, that's a good first wall kick. Usually you want your first wall kick on pirate wall kick sections to be the good one. Like, ideally in first or second frame, because otherwise you lose speed with each next frame you take for the wall kick. A little bit of an alignment, and final platform. Wacky to camera is kind of bad here, but also kind of aligns things for me, so I don't need to worry about wall jump angles. And there we go. Oh, this has been going fine for a while. Bowser 3 will be a journey. 72, stop the timer, if only. Yeah, I'm sorry, Wolsk, you have to watch this a little bit more. Here's a bunch of doors. There's also doors on top of those doors, so you don't cheat, but it's still possible to cheat. 0 star is possible. And welcome! Once again, what the hell is this music track? Someone... yes! It's some kind of a rock question mark remix of Banjo-Kazooie, or is it Banjo-Tooie Glitter Gulch Mine?
Oh, yeah.
It sounds nothing like that, and I love it. It's one of those guilty pleasures, one of those stuff you like ironically, but at a certain point also unironically, which is also why I'm running this game, because Sudoku, yay! Here was this track, I sure hope so. And final jump, actually kind of difficult, but if I'm lucky, yep, I skipped the wall, the ledge grab. Holy shit, okay, so timer will be after the Grand Star grab after I beat Bowser, same as usual for SM64 ROM hacks. Just a heads up, because it's better for people to prepare to stop the timer. So yeah, this is a regular Bowser fight, so like the worst is beyond us, like I did first try Bowser 3 the level, so more bark than bite, luckily. And yeah, mad journey, almost over. If I don't take 5 minutes on Bowser, this is gonna be a PB. And it's about time because I have been, for a couple of months now, last place by 11 seconds on the leaderboards. And I don't need to be, it's just running this game is kind of miserable if you do it for a long time. And I, like, don't want to be good at this game, honestly. Sabotaging the marathon. I mean, if we do have time left after this madness, I can showcase more courses and King Bling Bling, honestly. Hell yeah! That's gonna be it from this Bowser. He did not manage to give us any kind of problems or swords because I'm spamming through the text boxes, so it's gonna be time in time.
Hey.
Yeah, what's the final time?
Like 112.
112. Oh god, that's not a PB. Never mind.
What's your PB?
111.24.
So
yeah.
without the beginning fails on like the link up level, I think that would be...
Yeah, exactly. No, I threw to manipulate the RNG for the end of the run, and I'm actually glad because I wouldn't be fine with people watching Bowser 3 for 7 minutes and probably some game overs. But on the other hand, Overworld 2 was atrocious, that's true. Yeah, I have some kind of anti... like, you know, it always goes well in practice, never in runs. I have the opposite with the Bowser 3 jump in the middle of the level, the tight chain long jump. Like, I always get that first try in runs somehow, and I fail it half the time in practice. So that's fun. Shoutouts to Kaze for being here for the co-commentary. Do you want to plug yourself?
Nah, they know who I am.
They know, obviously. Yeah, good idea.
Probably not. It's fine though.
How much are
You
we
do
on
have a
schedule?
few minutes if you want to do just a little bit of extra content.
Alright, it will be only King Bling Bling then, which I will try to make it fast by warping there with Cactus. Shoutouts to Agwap. Alright, so welcome to Cactus. You can do a lot of stuff like cheating and shortcuts and save states and a lot of stuff that helps speedrunning. In this case, I'll use it to return to Goomba Town. Oh yeah, there's also in-game save states with Cactus. So it's a pretty cool tool if you want to get into speedrunning. Definitely recommend it. Check out Agwap's GitHub and yeah, find it there.
We're finally seeing King Bling Bling.
Yep, finally King Bling Bling makes it on Fangame Marathon. I'm gonna regret this, aren't I?
I don't actually remember what he does.
He's just on this
Is it when he
platform.
attacks?
Yeah, I changed the last word, you can probably imagine what it is. I used servants instead, which is kind of more neutral. And now this is... yeah, this is...
How is he calling the ball in his face? I guess that makes sense.
yeah. So yeah, this is the fight. It's a regular King Bomb fight, except you're getting closer to be electrocuted. And you also need to throw the King Bomb on exactly this area. If you throw him down there, it doesn't count.
Throws you onto the carpet.
Oh yeah, true. That just worked out, I guess. So, if you have full HP in this fight, it's kind of possible, so it's just kind of look like I know what I'm doing and it's actually not that hard. But, like, you need to know to do exactly this, and it doesn't even work every time. Let's go, 73 stars. Did you change Rigor too? Yes, but only on this Cactus ROM, so like... yeah, it's only a showcase thing. Do we go to the Rigor?
Might have to move on, but
Nice.
epic run.
Thank you very much. So yeah, this was an attempt to uphold the Sudoku block, or at least the Sudoku at Fangame Marathon. Weird, quirky games, sometimes shitposts like this. My next one will be tomorrow evening, and it will be of a banger game with banger music all throughout, so I hope you stay tuned, and don't worry, you will see a good roll hack next time. Until then, next is Fish Out of Water, I think?
Yep.
Yep, stay tuned also for that, because you will learn how it feels like to like pick up a new kind of fan game that you haven't played before. It's awesome every time.
Yeah, that one's gonna be fun. Yeah, thanks so much for the run.
Thanks for having me, and goodbye for now.
Bye everyone.
See you later.